Alright, y'all, I'm here back with another Let's Talk About It video. I'm trying to think, I'm trying to figure out if I should do a separate video on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But actually, let me see here. How much is it here? I'll do a separate video for this, for Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'll do that separately. Yeah, so let's just get into everything. Hold on, y'all. One second. I gotta plug up my daggone thing. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, y'all. I had to plug it up. But, so let's get into it. Alright, so what we gonna talk about first? Let's talk about Teyana Taylor, okay? So, apparently Teyana Taylor wants to retire. Okay, she wants, oh my gosh, y'all, my mouth is hurting me so badly. Teyana Taylor wants to retire because I guess she feels like she's not getting enough, I don't know, recognition or whatever the case may be for her music. Okay. Mm. 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 Okay, sorry. So, we got Teyana Taylor, and she wants to retire pretty much because she feels like her music is not being appreciated. This is that and the third. So this is how I look at it. Number one, I feel like, you know, she's saying, okay, Teyana Taylor's on good music, right? Everybody know good music is Kanye West and all of that shit like that. And now here's the weird part about it, because Big Sean is actually on good music too. And I really feel like, not that Teyana Taylor and Big Sean have the same career, but I feel like, for instance, this last album. So Teyana Taylor put out an album this year, it was called The Album, and then Big Sean put out an album too. And I feel like Big Sean's album wasn't really heavily promoted. He's the one who really heavily promoted it, but it wasn't like everywhere. And I feel like at this point in time, if you are on good music still at this point in time, you should understand that you're probably going to have to do the majority of the legwork. Now, no, is that what you signed up for? Absolutely the hell not. But we all know that Kanye is somewhere over there on Mars, okay? And all that nigga really care about is himself. I.e. why her last album that came out, which even with Kanye fucking up her last album, it was still fucking good. It was still good. You know, so yeah, so I feel like, so I do agree with her when she say like she don't really get the push that she deserves. She don't. But the thing about it is, it's not just her. I will say, in the past, yes, we have always been on Kanye's ass like, why you not really pushing Teyana Taylor? Kanye didn't push Teyana for real until the Fade video. That was the first time we ever really seen Kanye push Teyana, and like, is the Fade video. And then after that, you know, she kind of took off a little bit more. But previous to that, Teyana had been on good music for God knows how long, and he never really ever pushed her. But where Kanye is right now, in his little whatever he got going on, it wasn't gonna happen. So with this newer album that came out, I do agree, like I said, that there should have been more promo around the album, because the only reason I even knew that Teyana Taylor was dropping the album is because I follow her on Instagram. If you are not following her on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, you probably really wouldn't even know that she dropped the album. So yes, I get that. However, I personally, and I don't know who else said this, but I agree with them. I feel like when Teyana says that she's not appreciated, I really feel like she means on a mainstream level, aka white people. I really feel like Teyana Taylor feels like she should be bigger than what she is mainstream wise, and because she isn't, she feels like, oh, is all of this shit even worth it? Because if you ask any black person for real, the majority, I'm not gonna say everybody because we are different, but the majority of like black people, like if you are into any type of hip hop and R&B, you know who Teyana Taylor is. You know at least one of her songs, and even if you might not know her song, you damn sure know that she's talented as fuck. In our community, Teyana, you're good. So I don't know if I personally believe that part of what she's talking about is the fact that she's not bigger on a mainstream level. But the way I look at that is it's just not you. Again, it's R&B as a whole. The genre of R&B is not in the mainstream the way that it used to be. That's why everybody says R&B is dead, and R&B is dead, and R&B is dead, and R&B is dead. And yes, you got people like her who will get like the nods and stuff like that at the Grammys. But let's be real, what white people really listen to her? Don't know white people really listen to her. We listen to her. Don't know white people really listen to her. We do. It's just that fucking simple. And so I took down a couple stats about the album that she put out. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Personally, to me, this is my opinion. I honestly feel like, okay, I feel two way about it. Personally, I did like her album, the last one that she put out, which is called The Album, but I felt like it was way too long. It was broken up, I think, into like 4 studio sessions. It was like studio A, B, and then C and D, something like that. And to me personally, the album was too long. However, I kind of I get why her album is longer, because on her last project it didn't come out the way that she wanted to, even though I love that fucking project. For her, she didn't like it. There was other songs that she wanted to put on there. So I guess for this album she felt like, I'm gonna do everything that I want to do, which is fine. But I feel like you have to I think a lot of artists nowadays, y'all need to shorten the amount of music that y'all are making. Like Chris Brown, nobody, or at least I'm not listening to a 40-track album. I'm just not going to do it. You need to condense it down to be about 11 to 12, maybe at the most 13 songs. But having an album that's like 25, tracks or whatever, and I know a lot of times people do that simply for streaming numbers, but I personally think she should have condensed the album. That's me. But it debuted at number 8 on the Billboard, Hot 100 or whatever. No, Billboard, I think 200 charts or whatever. Regardless, it was her first top 10 album. Okay, now she did only sell 32,000 in her first week. But again, I feel like that is a couple of things. That's number 1. That's the promo of your album, which there wasn't a lot. Number 2, R&B as a whole is not promoted like that. And number 3, like I said, I just feel like the album was too long, because even I knew when the album first came out, and I did not listen to the full thing that week. I listened to it in segments because it was too long. Okay? But again, like I said, I just feel personally like when she's saying she's underappreciated, I really think she means for mainstream, because Morning, which is much, I ain't gonna play no games, I'm gonna give it to you just how you want it. Everybody I know knows that song and loves that song. So I went on YouTube just to kind of check. Morning with her and Kalani has 26 million views. Bear with me. Oh, bear with me. Yes, Bear With Me has 6.7 million views. Wake Up with her and her husband got 10 million views, and all of those are off her most recent album. So Teyana, it's not that nobody sees you. I just think you need to focus in on the people that focuses in on you. Now, if it's a money thing, like I put on a lot of money to this and I didn't flip it back, then that's something completely different. But to say that you're not appreciated, I think Teyana is very appreciated. I think she's just not appreciated by the people she wants to be appreciated by. That's just my opinion. Okay, let me see. Not a lot of stuff happened this week, so this is about to be real short. Okay, then we got Cardi. All right, Cardi went on Twitter or whatever and asked everybody if she should buy this $88,000 bag. Now, this is how I feel about it. I don't know. I feel two ways. Ooh, that hurt. On one hand, I feel like, Cardi, you need to read the room. Cardi, that same day or the day after you was talking about the bag or whatever, people was literally, I think like what was like trending at the time was like stimulus checks or strikes, because people are literally out here like suffering. People don't have money for food. People don't have money for rent. People don't have money for gas. People have money for absolutely nothing. So it is very insensitive to me personally for you to get online and say to your millions of fans, who are a lot of them probably struggling, to say, oh y'all, do y'all think I should get this $88,000 bag? I don't have a problem with you like by yourself asking that, but that's not nothing you ask the general public who is currently going through a fucking financial crisis. You text one of your homegirls about that. I think that was my boss. You text one of your homegirls about that. You call Offset and you ask that. You call your mama and ask that. But you don't get online in the middle of a pandemic. Again, it's kind of like people, I'll get to Tori in a second, but it's kind of like you need to read through. I do get on the other hand when people are like, well, you know, it's her money. She can spend it how she wants to. She can. She can. But again, for Cardi to be the type of person that's like, always so, she is very in tune, I'd say, with like a lot of social issues. I just think that she should have read the room a little bit better, and she could have kept that to herself. I'm not pissed at her, but I do think she should have kept that to herself. This is not the time. It's kind of like it's not to this extreme, but it's kind of like this. Like, let's say me and somebody is having a conversation, and I say to them, yeah, well, you know, my grandma, she's in the hospital right now. She's not doing good at all. Things is really, really, really hard. It's tight paying bills and stuff like that. And they go, oh, okay, I understand that. Well, my grandma is actually, she's out of the hospital. She's doing perfectly fine. She just hit the lotto. She got all of this money. And I just went and I got my grandma this car. I got my grandma this thing. I got my grandma this, that, and the third. And my grandma is living with me. And me and her about to hit up the bar. That's pretty much what it comes off. Insensitive. Read the fucking room. Read the room, Cardi. I love you, but read the room. Then we got Tori. Tori tweeted, I'm not going to talk too long about this little leprechaun. I just want him to go away. I just want him to go away talking about some, oh, but you doing all of that twerking, but you can't take dick. This is how I know that there is something wrong with that little man. I really feel like that man is like a low-key psychopath. Like, I really think that there has to be something wrong with him, because amidst everything that's going on, first of all, nobody said shit to you. Nobody said a word. Megan is over here bouncing her ass on Instagram like she normally is. Clearly you're watching. Clearly you like it. Clearly you miss her. I mean, this is what I don't understand. This is what manipulative ass men do. You want to sit up here and allegedly shoot her. I believe that you did it. But then you want to be on your album, not that I listened to, but apparently you was on your album talking about some, oh, I'm not mad at her, I still love her. But then at the same time, you want to say, oh, but you couldn't take dick. Like, this is a deranged man who needs help. I don't understand where the fuck his PR people is. I don't understand where his lawyers are. Somebody needs to take his phone. You are in the middle of a, oh, I'm about to go and say, you are in the middle of a freaking case for shooting this woman allegedly, and you are on the internet pretty much antagonizing her. I can't wait till this goes to trial. Like, whoever his lawyer is really needs to be snatching his phone. Do you know any and everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law? They will take that tweet right there and use the fuck against you when you go to court. They can use that tweet right there to say, this person is trying to intimidate the witness. This person is trying to come. Like, they can use that for anything. You are antagonizing the witness. You are talking about her. Leave it the hell alone until we go to court. Stop talking about her. Stop talking about her. Stop talking about her. It's enough. It's enough. We don't care anymore, Tori. We don't care. You need to be in jail. You need to be in jail. I'm tired of this leprechaun always having something to say, but nobody said nothing to him. And again, it shows how bothered you are that Meg is over here bouncing her ass on Instagram, and you are clearly at home looking at her, and you are pressed. You are pressed. You are pressed. You are pressed. Go find the end of the rainbow and leave us all the hell alone. I hope the end of the rainbow is in a jail cell, bitch. I'm so tired of him. He gets on my damn nerves. I swear to gosh, okay? Then we have Ari and G Herbo. Now, I was going to do a whole separate video about how I am so tired of the obsession of these rappers, girlfriends / baby mamas. I'm over it. I'm tired. I don't give a fuck no more about, and mind you, I follow Ari. And I'm gonna get there. I follow Ari, but I'm tired of hearing about Ari. I'm tired of hearing about, I'm not calling that grown, why are, her name is Jada, but on Instagram, it's Jada Waiter. Bitch, you're a whole grown-ass woman with a child. I'm not calling you Jada Waiter. You're not a fucking child. So Jada, who is, let me get this right, Little Baby's girlfriend. I don't know if she has a child with him. Maybe she do. I don't pay attention to these hoes. But I'm tired of the obsession with rappers, girlfriends / baby moms, because I'm tired of it. And the whole thing with Tanya and G Herbo, I don't care anymore. These girls, I don't want to say that they don't do anything, but I'm tired of hearing about it. We hear more about, the crazy part is we hear more about the girlfriends than we do the actual damn fucking rappers. And I feel like at this point in time, I feel like a lot of y'all get together for business purposes, or y'all stay together for business purposes, because it seems like nowadays that the trend is that if you are a rapper, you need to have some type of girlfriend that's popping on Instagram, or even if you don't, you need a girlfriend that can eventually get popping on Instagram, because she's then gonna help you get in all of the female listeners, kind of like how right now Lucci is doing with Reginae Carter, or the same way to me Moneybag kind of did with Ari. Like, he was with Megan Thee Stallion, but Megan Thee Stallion was better than Moneybag, so he had to drop down a little bit and go to Ari. Like, it's little shit like that. It's shit like that. It pisses me the hell off. So apparently, with this whole case, Ari is supposed to be testifying in the case against G Herbo about him and a fraud and stuff like that. And she came out and she said that she's not testifying to what he did because she don't know. She simply understand because the time frame that they're talking about, she was in a relationship with him. So she said, I'm not gonna go up there. I literally am subpoenaed because I was with him during that time. That makes sense to me. Just because she is subpoenaed, that doesn't mean she's gonna go over there and snitch. And I want to say this one more time for y'all. Stop acting. Oh my gosh. It bothers me so much. Like, even when it comes to the Tory and Meg case, stop acting like y'all went to freaking med school, and stop acting like y'all went to law school, because y'all went to neither one of them. Y'all didn't even attempt to study. So I'm tired of people who've never been to law school. All they've ever done is watch a Law and Order episode and swear they know how the freaking courts work when y'all don't. Stop talking about stuff that y'all do not know. That's the number one thing I hate about the internet, is that everybody feel like they are qualified to speak on something. You didn't go to medical school, so how you know how Meg really got shot? And you didn't go to law school, so how the hell you even know how these court proceedings is gonna go? You didn't, so shut your mouth. Tired of it. Okay, next. Apparently it came out during all of this melee about Ari that Tanya is pregnant. I just find it, what is it, Tanya, I don't give a fuck. Emily's from Love and Hip Hop, her daughter or whatever. All I want to say is that it don't seem like much change to me, because sis is pregnant, right? And her nigga's in jail. The same way how when Ari was pregnant, G Herbo was in jail. So to me, it's all the same damn thing. Y'all keep talking about online. And mind you, I'm not picking nobody's side. The only reason, first of all, let me say this. I started following Ari when she was with G Herbo all of them years ago. And that's because I was a really, really, really big G Herbo fan at the time. And so I had seen him go on the Breakfast Club, and he talked about how they was asking him, like, do you want a girlfriend? He was like, nah, I got a girlfriend. Like, she from where I'm from. She hood as fuck. So I started following her. And then I realized, ooh, who's doing this bitch's wigs? That's the main reason I follow Ari, is because Tay slays the wigs. I do not like arrogant Tay, but I do like the way that he does hair, and he slays her hair all the time. That's the main reason I follow her. But outside of that, when she got pregnant, I remember she had her baby shower when this man was locked up. And the reason I remember that, because I can remember her crying, like, of course, you niggas locked up and you pregnant as hell. Tanya, you in the same boat. So I'm saying all that to say, I hate to see the comparisons of, oh, Tanya's so much better than G Herbo. How? When he out his mouth said that he was fucking Ari when he was with her. And number two, but you in the same boat. The only difference is that you're not as far along as she is. But guess what? She was pregnant and that nigga was in jail. And guess what? 6, 7, 8 years later, the same thing. You're pregnant and he's in jail. What changed? It didn't. The nigga ain't shit. Next, we got Lil Baby and Jada. Apparently, he paid $16,000 to fuck some whatever porn star or whatever on his birthday or whatever. To me, none of this matters, because you wanna know why? Same thing about when Kevin Hart cheated on his wife. She's gonna stay because it's about the money. So I don't understand why all of y'all be trying to fashion yourself behind all of these fucking rapper baby mamas, because all of them is gonna fucking stay. Nobody's gonna change anything as long as they got the guap coming in. Nobody is going anywhere. Done talking about it. Finally, let's talk about Beyonce and BlackFishing. Beyonce, sis, I'm gonna need you. I really hope this is hey, somebody getting fired. Hey, because how dare y'all, Ivy Park? I already cursed y'all out about not giving me my stuff. Like, so this is what I'm talking about. So I couldn't even get online to get a freaking hat. But some way, somehow, these Russian BlackFishing bitches, somehow, not only do they get your stuff, but they get posted on your page, and I don't understand. Like, I don't know if this is more of a thing on Adidas than it is Ivy Park, because y'all have to remember it is a collaboration. So I don't know if this is more of an Adidas problem, but Beyonce, it falls on your lap because this is your brand. Take that shit off your Instagram. Point blank, period. Nobody wants to see white hoes on here acting like they black. And then I read what the little Caucasian girls that was in the pictures, one of them wrote talking about something. Oh, we can never ever ever do anything, so we can't listen to y'all music, and we can't do this and we can't do that. You can, but you can't act like you look at us. That's the problem. The post from the girl was super 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 arrogant. Beyonce, pull that shit off right now before we really have an issue with you. Pull that shit down. Pull it down. We don't want to hear about the empowerment. It's the same thing I was saying about Nikki. We don't want to hear about the empowerment of women and black women, and this is the bullshit that you're pulling. Take it down. I heard they took off the ads. We don't care. Take it down. There's too many beautiful, and even in her commercial by Ivy Park, you had a lot of beautiful dark skinned black women and men modeling your stuff. You don't need those whores. You don't even need that type of attention, Beyonce. Take it off, get it right, fix it. Ivy Park. I don't know what else to talk about. I feel like everything's been slow this week, but y'all get in the comments. If there's something else I didn't talk about that y'all want me to, put in the comments and I'll make a separate video about. I'm gonna try that.